What is up, guys? S1DD3RS12 here, and today we've hit a milestone. We've hit episode 50, and today we're going to try and do a few special things. Now, from an early episode, you can see we've got a large chest here full of loads of bits and bobs, and a large chest there full of bits and bobs. In my bar at the moment, I've got lots of polished andesite and I've got lots of cobblestone that I've just converted over. Now, I think a few episodes ago I spoke about mob proofing the base, and as you can see straight away, it is not mob proof. Now, this might fall in my favour, because one of the things I want to do today is to make myself a zombie villager back into a villager. So I'm going to get this Mr. Man to follow me down into the mines, and I'm going to put him somewhere safe. Come across here, nice across that squishy stuff. Nice and slowly with you. Thank you very much. I will not hit you with the sword, or at least I will try to not hit you. No! Leave! Oh, doggies. Doggies, what have you done? Come here, come on. So as long as he doesn't hit me, the dogs don't attack him. And he's just gone in there, so I'm going to use this opportunity now to quickly clear out an area for villagers. So I'm going to go in here, nicely, quickly. Go on, we'll take that out as well. It's a handy diamond pickaxe right at this moment. So hopefully he will sneak in behind me in a second. And the plan is to give them all little cuddy holes in here. And make sure all these little zombie villagers, or zombies converted to villagers, are stored away nice and safe so they don't get attacked by the other mobs. Now I've got that there, I have my oaky fence, and what I'm going to try and do is make this area safe for mobs and give him somewhere to... I don't fancy dirt back there. Come on, make it look pretty. So what we've got here is like a little cuddy hole. So I'm going to get this zombie to follow me now. I'll run in. I'm going to get him to come up to me and... Come on. Come to me. Come to me. If you're not going to come to me, I'll just push you. Go on. You're a villager already. Come on. What are you doing, man? I'm going to spend the whole episode here just making him... Go on then, water. Water is the trick. Oh, are you full? No. What are you doing now? Where are you going? No, you're not going that way. You're not going that way. You're not going that way. I'm going to push you where I want you to go, which is that way. Come on. Play ball. Oi. Okay, so it turns out that zombie villagers are going to go down here. Now, I have got all my rails and all the tracks and everything like that, so I just want to get one for the time being. Make sure he's nice and safe. So you go in there. You go in there and be nice and safe. You're going to have a 2-tier fortification, and you're going to have lots of headroom so you don't suffocate. And we're going to put that there. So we have our villager stored, and we're just going to quickly pop and grab some of the supplies required, which is a splash potion of weaknessness, and we want our golden Apfelkuchen. There we go. So making sure we don't hit me or my dogs or anything like that. Are you weak? I'm weak. You're weak. Yeah, we're both weak. Good enough for me. And your golden apple. Go convert! So, we have our first zombie villager. Now, the 2-tier fence is here. Should I give him a bit of room to jiggle? Go on. I'm obviously going to put that block back because that's where things can get in. I'm going to give him a bit of wiggle room. Obviously not that one there, so we're going to put... oh. I'm just making this difficult for myself. What are you doing now? Go on, have some headroom. Is that a nice area for you? You've got a bit of area to walk around. Go on, that'll do the trick. We'll give you that. We'll give you the same on the other side as well. There you go, buddy. And we want to put that in there. So he's got a nice little room at the moment. No mobs should be able to corner hit him through the walls. I'll take my chances with him. I am going to stand with him while he converts over because I don't fancy losing him. And with all the rails, or the automatic rail generation, you might actually see I've been a little bit busy and we've managed to get all these put together. Now, I'm not too fussed about storing them random places for now, but eventually we're going to make a villager farm. And I think that could be today's plan. So while he's converted over, we're going to do some building related type things. So we will see you in a second. And we'll go upstairs. Hello, doggies. You were very, very good not to kill the villager. I mean, I wouldn't have killed you all, but I've just been very, very disappointed in all of you. Very disappointed indeed. He's still converting, but... hold on. We'll crack on and get some stuff done. We'll be up there in one whole second. Wait just a second. I've just heard a noise. I think it's converted over. Hello. What? Rotten flesh and gold ingots. If you're going to give me emeralds for those two. Rotten flesh could be a good one, but I'm not sure if that's a good trade or not. Now, I believe now the old mobs will be attracted to Mr. Zombie Village, Mr. Villager Man. So hopefully I'm going to start getting a few congregating near different entrance. Now, if that's not the case, I'll transfer him to somewhere where he will get a bit of attention. So I've babbled on for about 5 minutes so far. So what I'm going to do now is actually make some progress in this episode. Now, over here, we said we were going to start... thank you for the egg. We said we were going to start mob-proofing the base, and that's pretty much as far as we got. And as you can see, as you saw at the start of the episode, we still have mobs spawning on the top of here. So we need to build our walls up. We need to build our totem poles, and with that, I will go and do my old magic trick. So now it's not finished, and now it is. Guys, I have some explaining to do. I must admit, I've got carried away. I was going to do one of my magic thingamabobs where I go and then it's done. And that was for a defensive wall around the base. And what I've done is just a little bit more than that. So we've got a bit of an entrance. We've got a bit of a wall going around it, nicey fortified and everything, and then looking up, I've got and built a monorail. Yes, so I thought I'll come back and we'll do a quick tour of basically what I've done. You've missed it so far, so I've got my minecart. I'm going to jump into it, and then I'm going to click this, and then I'm going to go. And as you can see, the whole base is now covered in torches, and it has a 2-step high wall right the way around the perimeter, so there's going to be no mobs getting in. And we also have a monorail. So as we come into our pit stop here, we have pit stop with pit stop. As we come into our train station, this is what I'm going to call it, we have our main house. So I have connected the fort, the farming, and the main house to this monorail. On these tracks, I've powered them right the way around, apart from the very last section of it. So as I just run around here now, there's mobs still spawning here, which can make it a bit entertaining. I've got a little challenge where I get a powered bow out, and before the mobs sort of hit me and make me turn around and go the opposite direction, I've got to hit them with the bow. The other thing I've noticed is if the mobs are spawning, oops, a daisy, lost a few hearts. If the mobs are spawning on the monorail system, as the cart goes round, it sometimes picks them up. And I was thinking, if it's night time, what I can do is have carts that are just set off here that go backwards and forwards in shuttles, and when they've got a mob in, I'll put like I don't know how I can do it, like a little switch or something like that, pressure sensor or something of sorts like that. So when there's a mob in the cart, it then allows it to come round, and we'll just have a drop, and into the drop we'll then have like a collection sort of hoppers and everything like that with the chest on, and it could be a way of mob farming for the whole monorail area. Now, the other thing is, at the moment, it's just levitating in the air right the way around. So, in due course, what I'm going to do is sort of build pillars that sort of hold it up. And I think eventually I probably will make the monorail mob-proof as well. In most cases, if a mob falls sort of from that height, or there or thereabouts, they'll do a bit of damage, or they'll fall outside of the perimeter anyway. So it's not too sort of bad on the mob defenses. So if I jumped off there, I'd die. And that is another point. You might notice I've got a cheeky 15 levels on me right now. And what happened was, I thought, I'm sure I can hit that bounty thing. I'm sure I can. I can't. I really can't. I died. So that's why I've gone from probably close to 30 levels or in excess of high 20s right the way up down to 15. The first death on this mode, and it's been off camera. Good old me. Now you can see here that I started doing like torches on wooden posts, and eventually I was using that many wooden posts that I thought, meh, I'll just do normal torches instead. So that's what I've got pretty much across the whole area. I've been through one night time with it all set up like this. There's not many mobs that spawn at all inside the perimeter. So now it's still on the episode 50 Super Duper Special. We have our zombie villager, and we have a fully mob-proof base with a brand new monorail. And what we're going to do now is drop down here, nice and steady, show you a couple more entrances and exits. So in this corner here, if I eventually start building like a nice pretty house, rather than all those big massive ugly castles and structures, I could probably have this as the pretty area and spend a bit more time on it. But what I've got is an emergency exit and entrance. So this one's here is barricaded off by, oops, don't throw that away, come back. It's barricaded off by the gates. And then we have got another entrance which is further down through into the mines. You can see it's all sort of lit up, so there won't be that many mobs coming in here. But this is another entrance, bit more secret, comes in here. Now as you can see, all the walls are pretty damn high. They are minimum of 2, maximum of 4 or 5 in places. So there's not going to be there's not going to be many mobs going to be able to get into the base now. So with it getting dark, apart from the gate, I'm going to have to put a gate in here at some point. But with it getting dark, I'm going to go up and I'm going to show you what I mean about mobs spawning on the monorail. So I found that if I just click it here and then get into it, no, that one, there we go. I'm still stationary, and then when I click the power go button, there we go. Now, originally I'd only had one section of it. Oh, there's a couple of zombies here. So if I hit them, they're gonna... Yeah, I got him. Get out of my way. I didn't hit him. So that's the sort of thing, like, it makes it a bit fun on this bit here where I'm flying around and I've got to hit all the mobs. I can't keep going backwards and forwards because I've left the last section of the rail unpowered. So if I miss or forget to get off, this bit here stops me. So I'm going to click that now, and I'm going to use my sword to collect this. Now the other bit is we've got this sort of little viewing platform up here. It's not the nicest looking of structures at the moment, especially when you look from outside. So that is one thing I haven't done too much time on as of yet, is making the sort of buildings look really nice and pretty. So I'm going to sort of start collecting a bit more coal and start collecting a bit of the old stone brick, and work on making the base prettiness. I'm about to auto-save in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Auto-saving. So, the other thing I want to do today, I have seen a lot of horses milling around, and I haven't managed to get a saddle on a horse as of yet. So, with these last sort of 5, 10 or so minutes of mob-proof base map, how have you managed to get in there? Is this area here maybe a bit too dark? It could well be. I haven't got any torches, so I'll probably have to put a couple of torches down just for this area here. It is looking a little bit dark, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I've seen a lot of... There's one horse over there, so what I'm going to do is get some armor. I'm going to get a saddle, and then shut the gate. And we're going to see if we can grab our horsey. And that's not where they're kept. Go on then. We'll go for the old diamond, and we'll go for the saddle, and we'll drop the saddle there, and we will have a horse. We will run around until we achieve this horse goal. I would quite like a donkey actually, because you can put like a saddle on them with chests or something like that, and you can use them as like a carry horse. So if you had a portable pen and you sort of needed to go and do... Oh, there's a creeper here. Just make sure, run away, don't kill the horse, it won't be nice of you. Right, come on horsey, I'm going to save you from the mobs. Yes, yes. No, you're too young. Come on, where's the next horses? So I'm not sure with the area now, like we're on my base being more mob proof, there'll be more spawning out here as a result. I have managed to actually got a couple of ender pearls as well, while I've been spending more of the time than I should have making a monorail, but it's done now. Still no ender pearls, and that horse just wasn't having any of it. Is there any other horses lying around? They're not going to be on the desert area, so I don't know why I've gone up there, but that horse wasn't having any of it. Oh, there's another one down here. Let's see what this one does. Here, the skeleton's got a wolf chasing it. Why? Why? Oopsie daisy, sorry. I'm not sure. I don't think I've got to feed them anything like that. I think you've just got to wait until they are old enough to ride. Ooh, I might have to knock this on the head. I don't think we're going to get a horse. I might try and do it before next episode and just have a horse sitting there, and then we can maybe look into building a stable within the main structure. I want to put some steps there just for ease of access, but yeah, I think I will call it there for today's super duper episode 50 special. We've made a bit of progress. This is the last bit actually I haven't shown you there. There's still mobs there. Where are you coming from? There's a little tunnel, and this little tunnel then has the steps, and you come up here and then it just sort of links it all in together. And then I've also extended this walkway, so this bit all here is mob proof, and I can come down here into one of my mine access routes. So I've just tried to think of where all the areas are that I go to or have been in the recent episodes. I've used the andesite sort of polished as the middle runner on the rails, so just underneath, so it looks a little bit better from on the underside rather than just be having it made it from cobblestone. I'm about to starve of foodness, and yes, I think at that we'll call it there. We will call it there. I'm going to run into the house and I'm going to try and find a horse off camera, and that would be the project for the next episode. We will build a stable for our horses. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time for episode 51 and yet more Minecraft action. Goodbye!